Not sure if she's interested in you or just being polite? The truth is, women rarely reject directly. Instead, they show subtle signs that they're just not feeling it. If you keep chasing without recognizing these signs, you're only wasting your time. So, let's break it down. Here are 7 things women do when they're not interested in you. 1. She takes forever to respond, or doesn't respond at all. When you're into someone, it's easy to ignore the signs that they don't feel the same way. You convince yourself that maybe she's just shy, busy, or playing hard to get. But the reality? Women are rarely direct when they're not interested. Instead of outright rejecting you, they'll show you through their actions, or lack of them. And one of the biggest signs? She takes forever to respond, if she even responds at all. Think about it. If you text her and she takes hours, or even days, to reply, only to hit you with a dry one-word response like lol or yeah, that's not interest. That's obligation. A woman who genuinely likes you will find any excuse to talk to you. She'll reply quickly, engage in the conversation, and maybe even double text if she's really excited. But if you notice that you're always staring at your phone, waiting for a reply that never comes, it's time to accept the truth. She's not into you. Now, some guys will try to rationalize this. Maybe she's just bad at texting. But let's be honest, no one is that bad at texting. People always make time for who they truly want to talk to. If she's constantly online, posting on social media, or texting other people but somehow forgot to text you back, that's not an accident. That's a choice. And if she does reply, but only gives you cold, one-word answers, that's another red flag. A woman who's interested will want to keep the conversation going. She'll ask you questions, share details about her life, and make an effort to connect. But if she's giving you robotic, emotionless responses with no follow-up questions, she's basically telling you, without saying it outright, that she's not interested. Even worse, if she leaves you on read and never follows up. That's not a challenge. That's not a test. That's a statement. If a woman really likes you, she won't let the conversation die. She'll find a way to keep things flowing. So if you're the only one making an effort while she disappears for hours or even days at a time, stop making excuses for her. The harsh truth? If she wanted to talk to you, she would. 2. She never initiates contact. Another sign she's not interested? She never initiates contact. Think about your conversations with her. Who's always starting them? If you're the one texting first every single time, that's a bad sign. A woman who genuinely likes you won't just wait around for you to reach out. She'll take the initiative too. She'll send a good morning text, check in on your day, or hit you up just because she wants to talk. But if she never texts first, it's because she doesn't feel the need to. Some guys will say, well, maybe she's just shy. And sure, that's possible in rare cases. But let's be real. Shy or not, if a woman wants to talk to you, she will find a way. She might send a simple meme, a reaction to your story, or even just a, hey. The key difference? She does something. But if she's never the one initiating, it means she doesn't think about you when you're not around. And that's a brutal truth most guys don't want to accept. Even worse is when she does respond, but only after you've made the effort. Yet her replies feel forced, like she's just being polite. You send a long text. She replies with, haha, or cool. You ask how her day was. She says, fine, and doesn't return the question. This isn't how interested people communicate. When someone genuinely likes you, they want to keep the conversation alive. They ask follow-up questions. They share details. They show enthusiasm. So what happens if you stop texting her first? Does she reach out, or does the silence stretch on indefinitely? Because that's the real test. A woman who's into you won't just let the conversation die. She'll notice your absence. But if you stop reaching out and she doesn't even check in, that's all the proof you need. She wasn't that interested to begin with. And here's where guys go wrong. They keep trying. They think, maybe she just needs more time to warm up to me. So they double down, texting her even more, hoping for a different response. But that never works. In fact, it only pushes her further away. Because now, instead of being someone she might develop feelings for, you've become an annoyance, someone she feels guilty for not responding to. And guilt is never a foundation for attraction. The truth is simple. If she wanted to talk to you, she would. If she cared about you, she would make an effort. If she truly liked you, you wouldn't be questioning it. So stop chasing. Stop forcing conversations. If she's not giving you the energy you deserve, walk away. The right woman won't make you guess if she's interested. She'll make it obvious. 3. She keeps the conversations dry. Another clear sign she's not interested? She keeps the conversations dry. Now, some women are naturally more reserved, but there's a difference between being shy and simply not caring. If every conversation with her feels like pulling teeth, if you're constantly the one carrying the interaction while she gives you nothing in return, that's not a personality trait. That's disinterest. Here's how you know. When you ask her a question, does she give a full answer and follow up with one of her own? Or does she just say the bare minimum and leave it there? If every response feels like she's doing the least amount of work possible to keep the conversation going, it's because she doesn't actually want to talk. She just doesn't know how to end it without looking rude. And it's not just about what she says, it's how she says it. When someone is interested, you can feel it in their energy. Their replies have enthusiasm, they use emojis, they send voice notes, they ask personal questions. They make an effort. But if all you're getting is dry, lifeless responses like, yeah, LOL, IDK, or just a plain thumbs up emoji, she's not engaged. She's responding out of politeness, not attraction. And here's the thing. If a woman really likes you, she'll find any excuse to keep talking. She'll bring up random topics, she'll joke with you, she'll make small talk just to hear your voice. But if she's only responding and never initiating new topics, she's not trying to connect. She's just being nice. The biggest mistake guys make in this situation? They overcompensate. They try harder. They start sending paragraphs, asking deeper questions, trying to make the conversation interesting. But no amount of effort on your part will change her level of interest. You can't make someone like you through conversation alone. If she's not engaging naturally, if she's not showing excitement, if she's not putting in effort, then she's simply not into you. So what should you do? Stop. Stop trying to force something that isn't there. If she's not showing interest, take the hint. The right woman won't need to be convinced to talk to you. She'll want to. And if she doesn't, that just means she's not the right one for you. 4. She avoids making plans. Another huge sign she's not into you? She avoids making plans. It's one thing if she's genuinely busy now and then. Life happens. But if she's always too busy, always coming up with excuses, or constantly dodging the idea of meeting up, she's not just busy, she's uninterested. Pay attention to how she responds when you try to set something up. Does she seem excited? Does she suggest another day if she can't make it? Or does she hit you with vague non-committal responses like maybe, I'll let you know, or we'll see? If it's the latter, she's stalling, hoping you'll eventually take the hint and stop asking. The truth is, when a woman genuinely likes you, she'll want to see you. She won't leave you hanging with vague answers. She'll make time. Even if her schedule is packed, she'll find a way to fit you in because she's excited to spend time with you. But if she's dodging plans, canceling last minute, or always making some excuse, it's because seeing you isn't a priority for her. And let's talk about those last-minute cancellations. If she cancels but never reschedules, that's a bad sign. Sometimes things come up, sure, but if she's actually interested, she'll make it up to you. She'll text you first, apologize, and suggest another date to meet. But if she cancels and then just disappears, that's not bad luck. It's a lack of interest. Some guys refuse to see this for what it is. They keep pushing, thinking, if I just ask again, maybe she'll finally say yes. But every time you chase after someone who's clearly avoiding you, you're only proving that you don't value your own time. And trust me, that's not attractive. The best move you can make when a woman keeps dodging plans? Stop asking. Let her be the one to bring it up. If she truly wants to see you, she will. And if she never does, then you have your answer. She was never really interested in the first place. 5. She talks about other men. Another major red flag? She talks about other men around you. Now let's be clear, just because a woman mentions another guy doesn't automatically mean she's not interested. But if she's constantly bringing up other men, whether it's her ex, her work friend, or some guy she finds attractive, she's subtly sending you a message. You're not an option. Think about it. When a woman is attracted to you, she's not going to risk making you think she's interested in someone else. She'll want you to see her as available. But if she keeps talking about another guy, especially in a way that makes it sound like she admires or is interested in him, it's because she sees you as a friend. She feels comfortable discussing other men around you because in her mind, there's nothing romantic between you. The worst part? Some guys take this as a challenge. They think, if I prove I'm better than that guy, she'll notice me instead. But that's not how attraction works. If she already sees you as someone she can freely talk to about other guys, that's a strong indicator that you're in the friend zone. And once you're there, trying to compete with some other guy won't change her feelings. It'll only reinforce the fact that she doesn't see you that way. Even more telling is how she reacts when you talk about other women. If she likes you, she'll show some level of discomfort. Maybe she'll tease you, change the subject, or even ask questions to gauge how serious you are about someone else. But if she encourages you to pursue other women, if she says things like, you should totally go for her, or I could see you with someone like that, then she's practically handing you the rejection letter without saying it outright. Here's the truth. Women know exactly what they're doing when they bring up other men. Sometimes it's intentional because they want to make it clear that they don't see you as a romantic option. Other times it's just natural because they genuinely think of you as a platonic friend. Either way, the message is the same. She's not attracted to you. So what should you do if you catch yourself in this situation? Walk away. Stop giving her your attention. Because if a woman is interested in you, and she realizes you're pulling back, she'll make it clear. But if she lets you go without hesitation, that just proves what you already suspected. She was never interested in the first place. 6. She gives you the friend vibe. Another obvious yet often ignored sign, she gives you the friend vibe. You know exactly what this means. There's no flirting, no tension, no chemistry. Just a platonic buddy-buddy type of dynamic. When you're around her, she treats you like she would any other friend. She doesn't get nervous, she doesn't try to impress you, and she definitely doesn't make an effort to build any romantic tension. One of the biggest clues? Physical contact, or the lack of it. A woman who's interested in you will find subtle ways to touch you, even if it's just lightly brushing your arm, fixing your shirt, or playfully nudging you. But if she's avoiding physical contact altogether, if she pulls away when you get too close or keeps an obvious distance, that's her body language telling you she doesn't see you in that way. Pay attention to how she reacts when you compliment her. If she seems flattered, blushes, or responds with something flirty, that's a good sign. But if she just laughs it off or treats it like something a sibling would say, she's not feeling that spark. And it's even worse if she's never complimenting you back. Because when a woman is attracted to you, she'll make it known. She'll hype you up, she'll tease you, and she'll drop little hints that she finds you attractive. But if you're the only one doing the complimenting, that's one-sided interest. And here's where a lot of guys get stuck. They convince themselves that if they just stick around long enough, she'll eventually see them as more than a friend. But attraction doesn't work like that. You don't earn romantic feelings by being available 24/7. If she only calls you when she needs advice, if she vents about her problems but never asks about yours, or if she seems perfectly comfortable talking to you about other guys, then she sees you as a safe, non-threatening option. But let's be real. How often does a woman suddenly wake up one day and think, you know what? I'm actually attracted to my friend now. Almost never. That's why staying in the friend zone while hoping for something more is a waste of time. If she was truly into you, you wouldn't be sitting around analyzing her every move. You'd know. Because attraction isn't something that needs to be guessed. So instead of sticking around as the nice guy in the hopes that one day she'll choose you, do yourself a favor, stop playing along, pull back, stop giving her all your attention. If she suddenly realizes she misses you and starts acting differently, maybe there was a chance. But if she doesn't even seem to notice you're gone, then you were never an option to begin with. To 7. She's only around when it's convenient for her. The last and possibly most frustrating sign? She's only around when it's convenient for her. At first, it might seem like she's interested because she reaches out from time to time. But look deeper. Does she only text you when she needs something? Does she hit you up when she's bored, when she wants attention, or when she needs a favor, but then disappear when you try to make real plans? If so, you're not a priority. You're an option. A woman who is genuinely into you wants to talk to you, wants to see you, and wants to build something. But a woman who only contacts you when it benefits her. She's just using you for emotional support, validation, or convenience. And the worst part? A lot of guys fall for this because it feels like she's interested. After all, she's reaching out, right? But the real test isn't whether she texts you, it's why she's texting you. Does she ever ask about your life, your day, your interests? Or is she only hitting you up because she needs someone to listen to her rant, give her advice, or entertain her when she's got nothing better to do? If it's the latter, then she's not emotionally invested in you. She's just keeping you around because it's easy. Another red flag? She disappears for long stretches of time, but the moment she sees you pulling away, she suddenly pops back up again. Maybe she starts responding faster, acting sweeter, or even hinting at interest, just enough to keep you on the hook. But then, as soon as she feels like you're back where she wants you, she goes right back to being distant. That's not attraction. That's manipulation. And the longer you entertain it, the more power you give her over your time and emotions. So what's the best way to handle this? Recognize the pattern and stop feeding into it. If you notice that she only calls when she needs something, don't be so quick to respond. If she's playing hot and cold, don't chase after her every time she pulls away. A woman who truly values you will be consistent. She won't just show up when it's convenient for her. At the end of the day, if a woman is interested, you won't have to question it. You won't be sitting around trying to decode her texts, wondering if she likes you or if she's just being polite. She'll make it clear. But if you're constantly left guessing, overanalyzing, and feeling like you have to fight for her attention, then the answer is already in front of you. She's just not into you. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can move on and find someone who actually is.